Hi kids, it's Ricky Gaga here. Yeah, so today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a mask keeper. So before I carry on, I just have to take off my mask. Oh wait, I need to disinfect my hands first. Because before I touch my face, I have to make sure my hands are all clean. Okay, so with the mask keeper, I can put my mask away safely and keep it clean. And I can avoid touching the outer surface of my mask when I put it away. And this is exactly what we will be making today, a mask keeper. All right, so how is it done? Well, first of all, disclaimer, I need to first tell you guys that I didn't invent the mask keepers. Some very smart people invented it, and they're actually sold in stationery shops or bookstores or supermarkets for like $10 or $15. It's actually not expensive, so if you can, try to get yourself a real mask keeper. I got myself one. It's very good. The plastic is very, very good. But if you do not have the chance to get hold of a mask keeper, today, we're going to learn how to make one for ourselves. Okay, so before you make your mask keeper, you first have to choose your own file. So whatever file that you use, whatever cartoon that you use, it's totally fine, it doesn't matter. Usually one plastic file can help you to make 4 mask keepers, but make sure they are plastic files. Because if they are paper files, you won't be able to reuse them. You won't be able to clean them, all right? So make sure you have a plastic file. So the example I gave you here, those are my favorite Pikachu. I have been making mask keepers for my neighbors and for the kids and for the elderly for the past few weeks when I had to be stranded at home and I couldn't go to school like most of you can. So it's a way to kill time and it's a way to help other people in need who have to keep their masks safe and clean. All right, so before you do anything, you have to first download the PDF file that has the shape of the mask keeper because you need the shape in order for you to trace the shape of the mask keeper onto your plastic file. All right, so download that PDF and print out that A4 size piece of paper with the shape on it. So after you have done so, you can use a pencil to trace the mask keeper shape onto your file. So make sure you cut out your plastic file in half first and use the inner side of the plastic file for the tracing. Because with a pencil, you can actually trace onto the file on the rough surface, which is usually the inner side of the plastic files. So you print out the piece of paper, you put 1/2 of the plastic file on top of that piece of paper. And then, well, you can use the pencil to trace it as long as that side that you're tracing on is the rough side, all right? Yeah, but for the sake of convenience, I'm just using a marker to show you guys how it is done. And for me, if you don't care about the pattern, if you're just using a plain plastic file, then you can actually just trace that mask keeper shape along the side of the file so that you don't have to cut that much. So after you have finished tracing, the next step is, of course, to cut it. So when you're using a pair of scissors, make sure you guys are safe. Make sure you guys are using it with an adult watching you. So I just cut carefully. Yep. So after cutting out that mask keeper shape, it's actually not done yet. You see how sharp the corners are? You can either use a pair of scissors to cut it round, but for me, I'm just lazy. I'm using this corner cutter to cut it round. Because if you don't, imagine you put your mask paper inside your pockets and it's winter, everything is cold and hot. You put your hand into your pocket to reach the mask paper. Ouch! Don't. So make sure you cut it round so that it won't hurt anyone. So afterwards, you fold the mask paper along the dotted lines. You just fold it like that. You can use a ruler to help you fold it tight, or you can use your fingernails if you don't mind scratching it. But I don't mind scratching my fingernails. Yeah, so I just fold it with my fingernails so that it will be tightly folded along each other. So the reason why the lines are drawn that way is because when you fold it, your mask papers will be of a three-dimensional shape. When you fold the mask papers together, it will hold your mask properly. All right. So look at how I'm folding it right now. All right. So that's not all. After folding it, you have to clean away the marks that you've made on the mask paper. If you're using a marker, you have to use alcohol to clean them away. But if you have used a pencil, you just have to use an eraser to erase the marks. And now it's done. You can use the mask paper to hold your masks. All right. So make sure when you put your mask on the mask paper, you first disinfect your hands, disinfect your fingers, and then you put the mask with the outer surface against the mask paper so that your hands won't touch the outer surface, and then you fold the mask paper, and you use the elastic band of the mask to hold the mask papers together. And you can put the mask papers in the pockets when you're running, when you're jogging, when you're eating, when you're in the office, when you're outside, for example. But I mean, come on, just quarantine yourself. Stay away from other people. But if you have to use a mask, if you have to take it out for a moment, then a mask paper is one of the good options. But make sure every time you're finished with the mask paper, you have to clean the surface in order to get the germs away. So these are some of the examples that I want to show you. Oops. Yeah, so here are some of the examples that I want to show you. That's a little chainsaw. That's a Batman. That's an HKU file that I had. Oh, I also made a Gundam one. So yeah, I actually made a lot of them over the past few weeks when I'm stranded at home, like you guys. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't do anything. So I've been making them for kids and the elderly. I actually put masks inside when I give to people so that they can use them for their own purpose. So yeah, here's the mask keeper. Oh, by the way, sometimes I want to keep my mask keeper even more clean and safe. So I have a Ziploc bag, a mini Ziploc bag, and I just put the mask keeper inside so that it's safer. All right. So these Ziploc bags are very, very cheap. They're like $12 from those $12 Japanese shops. You can just buy them from those Japanese $12 shops. So it's very, very cheap. It's $12 for like 65 of them. And after using the plastic, I can use it to hold the mask when I throw it away. Okay, so here you go, mask keeper. Have fun. Be safe, be healthy, and hopefully I can see you guys soon at church. I miss you guys. I love you. And I really, really wish to see you guys around. All right. Bye.